First up, if you have a background where you have some text that's hard to read, you can layer a solid color on top of it. So here I can just come in with a linear gradient, and we can just say that this is going to be an RGB of 0, 0, 0, so that would be black, with an alpha value of say 0.5. And then just put a comma here. And in doing that, you can see it has darkened it. Now, single color gradient stops like this are supported in all browsers, but it is relatively new. So if you want better browser support, you can just come here and add a 0, 0, which seems a little bit strange, but just doing that will give you what you need in terms of better browser support. And just changing the alpha value here, you can make it so you can overlay the color in different ways. Another time you might want to do this is when you need a gradient border, which is all the rage these days. And for this to work, the trick is having a transparent border, and that's because we can pull the different backgrounds we're going to have into that border space. So here, instead of having a white color, I'm going to switch this out for a single color again, linear gradient, and we're just going to say white, and that should work and look actually exactly the same. But we're going to do a second one here. I'm going to come in with a conic gradient, and we're going to keep it a little bit simple for now. We're just going to say red, blue, red, but you could have any gradient you want there. And in doing that, right now it's not actually showing because the conic gradient is below the linear gradient. But we're using the background shorthand here, which means I can come right after here and say this is going to be only in the padding box. And this is setting both the background origin and the background clip to padding box. And then on this one, I can say this is in my border box, just like that. And now when I hit save, you can see that it's been pulled out. I've exaggerated this for demo purposes and made my border quite big, but you probably have this a little bit smaller. Now, because these are background images, normally you can't actually do any animations or transitions on them, but thanks to registered custom properties, we can. So you could register the colors. In this case, I'm actually going to register an angle. So we're going to say that we have an angle here. From angle, which will be rotating right there. And to be able to rotate it though, we actually have to register this as a custom property. So I'm just going to come here at property angle. The syntax is an angle. The initial value is 0 turns. This could also be in degrees if you want. And the inherits, in this case, I'm saying true, could be false, really up to you. Then I could come in with a very simple rotate keyframes animation here. We're just saying 2, angle is going to go over to 1 turn. And then finally, we can come down into my hover and focus state right here, and I can add this animation, which would be rotate 3 seconds linear, and I'm doing infinite just so it keeps on going, forever. Now I forgot a comma here, so I'm just going to add that comma in to fix it. And now you can see when I go on top, we have a spinning gradient on there. It does not look fantastic, but it should get you in the right direction for the projects you are working on.